Okay, we're back with the third and final shelf. This is not my entire collection, by the way. I still have some in a cupboard. It's, I need to clean the entire thing up. I need to get some bags and clear it out, dust it out, and all that stuff. It's a huge mess in there. My copy of Stephen King, which is my favorite novel of all time, is torn, and the cover's gone. Some of the pages are ripped apart and all that stuff. It's a very, very old copy, so uh, there are still a few books here and there. I'll have to someday, maybe probably next weekend, or maybe somewhere down the line, I'll have to clear all of them out and find some space to showcase them somewhere. So anyway, let's get back to the third section of my novels. This is Angels and Demons by Dan Brown, probably his second best. It's a good one. I think I prefer the novel to the book, to the to the movie once again. Movie's good, but I think the book is much better. Another John Grisham. This is The Confession. Another book from Reader's Digest. Four short books, condensed version of novels. The Associate by John Grisham. The place is packed with John Grisham stuff. What to Do When Someone Dies by Nikki French. It's a kind of it's the chick flick version of a novel, but it's the better kind. So it's actually something that you can actually read on a dull Sunday afternoon. Death or Glory by Michael Asher. I haven't read this. And We Are All Made of Glue by Marina something. I like the first two. Not bad. The Appeal by John Grisham. Stephen King's Bag of Bones. This is the only Stephen King novel that I have ever had, and at least that I can remember, that I read and I haven't that I started reading and I couldn't complete. I don't know why. I keep falling asleep. A few pages down the line, so I still haven't finished reading this. I'll probably have to pick it up and read it all the way from page one, because I can't remember most of it anyway. It's been a very long time. I think 3 years back. Currently, the only Margaret Atwood book I have, which is also my favorite of hers, it's The Robber Bride. I think there's a movie based on it, but I haven't seen it yet. Dan Brown's The Digital Fortress, the only book of his that I've read that I didn't like. It's not my cup of tea anyway. Slightly dented front cover for yes, George R.R. Martin's Game of Thrones, the first book. I still have to finish this. Anne Rice, Blood and Gold. This is the second Anne Rice book that I think I haven't read. I can't remember. It's been such a long time. I think I bought this in 2007. And yes, when you see the condition, it's actually not in a bad condition. This is actually second-hand from a second-hand bookstore, and it's still in pretty good condition. That means yes, I haven't read it. Anne Rice's most famous book, and the famous movie made out of this book, Interview with the Vampire. Stephen King's Needful Things, and yeah, this is a really good one. It's kind of like a lot of his novels. It's a little too excessive. There's way too much stuff that he goes into detail, but still, it's a really good book. And I believe there's an what's his name? Ian McKellen? Yeah, Ian McKellen's movie based on this. Now the John Grisham, The Partner. Another John Grisham, The Broker. I like this one. Sorry, I meant this one, The Partner. That's one of my favorites of his. And finally, The Last Juror. And with that, we come to an end of my current book collection. I used to have a lot more books. I was a real bookworm. I used to read as much as I could. People used to give me, family, friends, relatives, they used to give me, books, novels for. And when I was very younger, comics, a lot of comic books for birthday presents, things like that, any functions, because they knew that I loved to read books, and I used to read a lot. I've sold the vast majority of the books that I ever bought, because once I read them 5, 6, 7 times, I used to go to a second-hand bookstore or a second-hand bookstall, wherever I could find that they would buy old books, old novels, and I would sell them, and then I would go and get new ones. All right. But since the, the, the majority of the collection that you see over here is all from 2007. I had to restart my collection once again because we moved houses from my old place in Trakakara to the current apartment that I live in, so I didn't want to carry everything, and I sold most of it out. Um, like to second-hand bookstores, and then I started. I found a couple of really good second-hand bookstores in the city, quite near to where I stay. So my what do you call it? My uh, Sunday, for a long time, for almost 2 years, my Sunday ritual was go around 11 o'clock to a coffee house, have some coffee, uh, and there's the second-hand bookstore nearby, so I will go grab a couple of books from there, get them at very cheap prices. Some of them are like $75. Um, from what I believe, a lot of the second-hand bookstores are from old libraries that have shut down in the U.S. and Canada and India as well. Because I remember there are some library cards and uh, you know some addresses written on top of the books. So I used to get those, and then I used to go to my favorite bar at the time. It's closed down now, called Oberoi, and I used to go in the afternoon, so they used to have plenty of sunlight for you to read a book in peace. And I used to sit there for a couple of hours, drink some vodka, drink some beer, have some good food, and enjoy my afternoon in that way. So that's it for my book collection. Maybe someday down the line I'll buy a few more, and I'll have to buy a proper bookshelf so I can display them properly together in my room. This is in the common room that we have in the apartment. So anyway, that's all for now. Thank you and bye.